Hey fourth graders, welcome to Unit 9, Lesson 10. Today we'll be doing some practice with fractions. On our first slide here, we're going to review comparing fractions. So remember, when the fractions have the same numerator, so like 4 here on these fractions, we need to compare which one is closer to its whole. So we have 4/6 and 4/5. Remember that this left side, 4/6, the whole would be 6/6, and the whole on the right side for 4/5, the whole would look like 5/5. So now we look, is 4 closer to its whole 6, or is 4 closer to the whole 5? Well, in this case, 4 is closer to 5, so we know that 4/5 is greater. Now let's review when they have the same denominator, but a different numerator. So the denominator matches on these two fractions, tenths, but the numerator here is 8/10 and the numerator here is 7/10. So we want to see, again, you compare to its whole, but in this case, the whole will be the same, 10/10 on each side, because they have the same denominator. The only difference now is we're ready to compare. So comparing 8, is it closer to 10 or is 7 closer to its whole 10? In this case, 8 is closer to 10, so that means 8/10 is greater than 7/10. Now we'll be doing a lot of different steps. We're going to be comparing the fractions, then we're going to be adding and subtracting. So when we subtract, we'll have to make sure we have the greater fraction listed first, which is where the comparisons come in handy. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, comparing 6/10 to 3/10. Same denominator, so I look at which number is closer to the whole, 10/10. 6 is closer to 10 than 3 is, so that means 6/10 is greater. So that will be my first answer, 6/10 is greater than 3/10. All right, so I'm done with the first step of comparing the fractions. The next step is to add them. So when I do 6/10 plus 3/10, remember when you add and subtract fractions, you only work with the numerators. The denominators stay the same. So 6 plus 3 is 9. Denominator stays the same. So our answer is 9/10. So I finished the second step of adding the fractions. The last step I have is to subtract. Now 6/10 is greater, so that's the one I need to list first. So 6/10 minus 3/10. So again, you work with just the numerators when you subtract fractions. So we'll do 6 minus 3, which gives me 3. Denominator stays the same. So 3/10 is my final answer. Done with the last step. Now we'll do those same 3 steps, but for these new fractions, 3/4 and 2/4. I see the denominator is the same again, so I'll look at, is 3 closer to the whole, 4/4, or is 2 closer? Well, 3 is closer to 4 than 2 is. So that will be the first thing I write, is that 3/4 is greater than 2/4. All right, step 1 done. Next, I need to add these fractions. So I'll do 3/4 plus 2/4. Now 3/4 plus 2/4 equals 5/4. Now this is an improper fraction. Remember, improper fraction means that the numerator is larger than the denominator. So I can do some basic division here to fix that. So the top number goes inside, so we do 5 divided by 4. 4 goes into 5 one time. 4 times 1 is 4. Subtract, we get 1 left over. That becomes my new numerator, the remainder, and remember denominator stays the same as fourths. So my answer for addition will be 1 and 1/4. Done with step 2. Now I just need to subtract. Remember, you'll list the greater fraction first, so 3/4 minus 2/4. 3 minus 2 is 1. Denominator stays the same. So when we subtract, we get the answer 1/4. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it with mixed numbers. Remember, mixed numbers are composed of a whole number and a fraction. So we'll first compare, then we'll add, and then we'll subtract. So right away when you compare mixed numbers, remember you want to compare the whole number first. So let's compare 2 to 3. Well, already my comparison is done. 3 is bigger than the number 2, so we have 3 1/4 is greater than 2 3/4. Even though the fraction 3/4 is greater than 1/4, the whole number beats out the fractions. So 3 1/4 is greater. Okay, step 1 is done. Let's go ahead and add our mixed numbers now. So we'll do 3 1/4 plus 2 3/4. Remember to work with the fractions first. So we have 1/4 plus 3/4. Now remember, just work with the numerators, so 1 plus 3. That gives me 4/4, which that is equivalent to 1 whole. When I do my whole numbers, remember I'll want to include this new whole with the other whole numbers. So now I'll add the whole numbers, 3 plus 2, which equals 5. And I could write my answer as 5 4/4, or I could add like terms, add 5 plus the new whole, 1, to get the final answer of 6. So that's my answer when I add those mixed numbers. Now when I subtract, you'll list the greater mixed number first, which is 3 1/4, minus 2 3/4. All right, I already can tell with my fractions I need to borrow from the whole number. I cannot do 1 minus 3 because I'll get a negative number. So what I need to do is borrow from the whole number. So this 3 now becomes a 2. Remember that when you borrow a whole, you need to pay attention to the denominator. So we're working in fourths today. So a whole would look like 4/4. So when I borrow 4/4, I need to add that to the original fraction that I'm using. So 1/4 plus 4/4. I now have a big enough fraction, even though it is improper, to subtract correctly. So now I can do 5 minus 3, now that I've borrowed. So 5 minus 3 gives me 2/4. And then let's go back to the whole numbers. 2 minus 2, well, that would give me 0. So I can write that in my final answer, but I don't necessarily need it. My final answer could just be 2/4 when I subtract. The last skill I'm going to review is changing between improper fractions, like this one, into mixed numbers. Remember, an improper has a numerator that's larger than the denominator. You solve these when you want to change it to a mixed number by doing the division. Remember, a fraction is just like division, top divided by bottom. So in this case, it's 31 divided by 7. 7 does not go into 3, but 7 does go into 31. We need to figure out how close we can get. 7 times 5 would go over, so 7 times 4 is the closest I can get. 7 times 4 is 28. When I subtract, I need to borrow. 11 minus 8 is 3. So that's the remainder. There's no more numbers to bring down. So the new fraction I'll make, remember the 3, the remainder becomes your numerator. Denominator stays the same, just like it was for the improper fraction. So the new mixed number would be 4 3/7. Now, remember to change a mixed number into an improper fraction. You could line up 8 4/4 and then add 3/4, but remember my handy dandy trick? You do the whole number times the denominator, then add the numerator. So let's do that. 8 times 4 is 32. And then you add 3, the numerator. So 32 plus 3 is 35. Remember, denominator stays the same, so your new numerator is 35 over 4. Denominator stays the same. So 35/4 would be the equivalent improper fraction. On your ticket today, you'll be doing those 3 steps that I did earlier. First, you'll compare the fractions and mixed numbers. Then you'll add them together and then subtract.